Learn English for Beginners. This is the story of Diego, a 20-year-old boy from El Salvador who arrived in Houston, Texas, with his mother and younger sister, carrying nothing but a suitcase, a green card, and a quiet dream to speak English fluently and build a better life. His first week in America was a blur of confusion. He couldn't understand the bus driver, couldn't order food at McDonald's, and when someone asked, "How's it going?" he replied, "I go school." And they just smiled awkwardly. Diego felt lost, like he was invisible in a world of fast words and unfamiliar sounds. At night, he sat in their small apartment and searched Learn English for Beginners on YouTube. The first video said, "Start with one word. Say it. Feel it. Own it." He chose hello. He whispered it to himself, then to the mirror, then to his little sister. The next day, he added, "My name is Diego." He practiced every morning before work, every night before sleep. He wrote 5 new words daily: job, bus, friend, learn, mistake. He made sentences like, "I go to job," "I learn English," "I make mistake." His grammar was broken, but his courage was growing. At the grocery store, he tried again. "I want bread." The cashier asked, "White or wheat?" And Diego froze. He didn't know what wheat meant, but he smiled and said, yes. It was a small win. He met May, a girl from China working at the same warehouse. She said, "We practice English together?" And they did. Every lunch break, they sat outside and spoke slowly, correcting each other, laughing at their errors. May taught him, "I am going to work," and Diego taught her, "I like soccer." They became friends, and English became their bridge. One day, Diego joined a free ESL class at the community center, where he met Jamal from Sudan, Sophia from Colombia, and Luca from Serbia. Each had their own story, their own struggle, but they all shared one goal: to speak English with confidence. They practiced in pairs, shared vocabulary lists, and helped each other pronounce tricky words like thought, through, and comfortable. Diego learned, "Could you repeat that, please?" and "I'm still learning." He made mistakes. He once said, "I am boring," instead of "I am bored," and everyone laughed, but kindly. He didn't stop. He started a TikTok account called English with Diego and posted videos like 5 words you can use today, how to speak English without fear, and my journey from silence to speech. People commented, "You inspired me. I'm learning because of you. I thought I was alone." Diego replied in English, sometimes with errors, but always with heart. He got invited to speak at a local youth event. He stood on stage and said, "I was afraid to speak English. No teacher, no class, just a dream." One word became one sentence became a voice. That voice became confidence. "Now I speak to the world." The room erupted in applause. His ESL teacher said, "You've come a long way, Diego." He smiled and replied, "I still have far to go." He started reading books, first children's stories, then novels. He watched movies with subtitles, paused to write down new words. He learned idioms like break the ice, hit the books, and pieces cake. He used them in conversation, sometimes awkwardly, but always proudly. He helped Jamal prepare for a job interview, coached May through her presentation, and encouraged Sophia to apply for college. English was no longer just a language. It was a tool, a bridge, a passport to connection. Diego got a part-time job at a bookstore, where he greeted customers with "Good morning," recommended titles, and even helped a tourist from Germany find a map. One day, a customer asked, "Are you from here?" And Diego said, "No, but I belong here now." He wrote a blog post titled Learn English for Beginners and shared his story. It went viral. Teachers shared it. Students quoted it. Someone messaged him from Kenya. "I read your story. I started learning." Diego cried. He remembered the boy who couldn't say wheat. Now he was helping others find their voice. He graduated with honors, gave a speech in fluent English, and said, "Mistakes are not the enemy. Silence is." He moved to Chicago for work, joined a public speaking club, and kept learning. He still watched videos, still practiced, still made errors, but he never stopped. He believed that English wasn't about perfection. It was about connection. He met people from all over the world, shared stories, built friendships. He taught free English classes at the library, and every time a student said, "I'm scared," he replied, "So was I. Let's start with one word." And they did. Hello. That word changed his life. And now it was changing others.